Hi guys, welcome back to Ted Rebel Gaming. I am Ed, and today we are carrying on with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So we're at the end of Hydro City Zone. We're about to move on to Marble Garden Zone. That's kind of it, really. It has just occurred to me that it might be vaguely obvious that I'm wearing rose gold headphones. These are actually my wife's headphones, as my beautiful orange ones. I can't actually find the aux cable, whatever you want to say. You know, you absolute buffoon. It has not been long since the last session, and my failure is still occurring. I was definitely trying to face the other way then. There we go. I can't get up. This is terrible. So, a few more minutes to wait for Supersonic. If it ever happens. Yeah, I can't find the auxiliary cable for my orange headphones, so I'm using my wife's one. So they're rose gold. I think I'm rocking it. Looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of playing games without sound, especially like Sonic games. It's such the, like I said earlier, the music's really nostalgic. All the sounds, so even like the little zing on the electric shield, all of it. Oh, I don't like that sound. I can't get up there either. Terrible. Yeah, just everything about these games is so great. I was actually introduced so my wife and her family actually introduced me to Crash Bandicoot, I guess. Sort of played it a bit last year when the remaster came out. I thought it was okay. I ended up playing it a little bit. But I don't know, for me, just Sonic is the one. I think it's a lot simpler. I think it's a lot more user friendly even for like 4-year-olds. I think I was playing Sonic when I was like 3 or 4, to a relatively good standard, which says a lot about how easy it actually is. But yeah, I don't know, I just prefer it to Crash. Plus, I don't know if it's just how I play Crash. Maybe I'm imagining it, but I feel like there's intentionally some input delay on Crash. Oh, that was close. I actually, until recently, thought that hitting the ceiling when you're on this would crush you, but as you probably saw then, that's just not the case at all. I didn't know that until my sort of trial run playthrough, and then obviously I just started like hugging the ceiling because I thought I was invincible all of a sudden. And you realise there are spikes everywhere, so that didn't go well. This is about as far as I got on the trial run, with less emeralds as well. So I'm sort of doing better this time. I just need to learn to stop speaking, I think. But yeah, from here, I obviously haven't played this for years, so I might start screwing up a little bit more, which is probably better viewing than being okay at the game. I'll try and be a bit of both. I can't really teach you anything you don't know, maybe a couple of special stage locations like this one. Right, so we are back on the 6th special stage. There isn't really a special technique to this one, I don't think. I don't know if I actually said it during the last attempt of this one. Sometimes I run up like the side of these little 2x2s. So like clear the left hand side of it and then the right hand side of it, just to make sure that you've got all these 4x4 spheres, so therefore you get all the rings. But on my last playthrough it did not go especially well for me doing it like that. Or like that this time apparently. It's just, I don't think there's an easy, or not an easy way, but there's not like a guaranteed surefire way to do this properly, unless you just know the map off by heart, which I guess certain sort of speedrunners would, and people who have played it a lot more than I have. Which way are we going? Oh boy, what have I done? Let's go this way. Oh no, that's not the way I want to go. I want to go this way. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, you can just about make it over 2 red spheres if you jump at the right time. So I think you can. Oh, I never use that tactic while playing the game, really. I had to use it during the Sonic Mania Blue Spheres games because they are obscenely hard. compared to these ones. So you end up doing all kinds of stupid things on those just to make sure you get through them. And with that, we've got the last Chaos Emerald. So at least that's off my mind. It also probably make these episodes a little bit shorter now because we won't be spending our time in the stages. Especially if we start using Supersonic as well. But I'll try not to completely spam it. Maybe I'll just show off like what a boss does and then intentionally lose a shield and then go Supersonic. We'll see how it goes. I'll see how the mood takes me. But we are now, there we go. I don't know if you heard any music there, but I didn't hear any music. I swear it used to do a little happy jig sort of sound. We actually have 260 rings as well, which I don't really want to lose. So I could, no, I'll leave it as long as I can. I'm doing it. I don't want to get hit by that guy. I'm sorry, I've let you all down. So when I was young, oh gosh, my mom was actually the person who was best at this game. She would like be able to go through without like being hit by an enemy. Basically, it was disgusting how much she knew about this game. And it took me a while to really sort of get into it, although I was quite young. Like I said, I was like 4 or something. Maybe not for this one. I don't know when this one actually came out compared to how old I am. But yeah, I wasn't overly good at the special stages to start with. And it's weird sort of through your childhood when you start picking up games, like if your siblings pick up games as well, like you become known for doing certain ones. So this ended up being my game when I was like 7 or 8. I was sort of the best one at this game out of my family. And we used to play a lot of Final Fantasy as well. So Final Fantasy 9 and 8 were taken up by my other 2 siblings, and I got really good at Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 10. So I've got a special place in my heart for those ones. So I'll probably play those on this channel at some point if I get the time, or if this sort of continues, which I hope it does. I know it's not overly exciting just yet, but this is probably the first few videos that are actually going out on the channel, so you know, I feel privileged. Looking back on some of my favourite YouTubers' first videos, they are pretty terrible, and no one watches them, so actually it's probably not too bad if no one really does watch this. But we'll see. If I can end up getting like someone to watch it and comment on it that I haven't told to go watch it and comment on it, then I'm gonna be chuffed. So there are 2 ways you can go up this bit. This is the way I like to go, just because I guess nostalgia. Like I used to go this way as a child, so it's just the way I go now. You can jump through there. There's a little passageway. So you bounce on this, you bounce on the rings, then you get the little grasshopper dude. And as far as I'm aware, oh gosh. Down we go. I thought there was something else there, but maybe I'm just thinking of a special stage later on. Tails is having a great time there. Oh, he's joined me. Okay. I quite like. I can't think of too many. I can't think of too many differences between the Knuckles and Sonic playthroughs up to this point. That's a lie, because on the very first level, there's like quite a big difference where Sonic goes down just before the first act boss. I quite like the difference in this one where you have to climb the walls at the end. In comparison to, and you get different bosses on in comparison to Sonic. Oh gosh, just rolled a bit far, but got away with it. Yeah, there's like genuine effort put into the actual fact that they had a Knuckles playthrough, which always blew my mind as a child massively. Things like on Carnival Night Zone, where there's no second stage boss, because that's like the area you go through is where Knuckles screws you over when you play Sonic and Tails, so he just like runs through there. Well, I think in terms of the storyline, Knuckles is meant to be like after the Sonic and Tails story part, I think. So I think technically they've already gone through and like saved Angel Island, but then like Robotnik's little like metallic Robotnik-y thing I don't know if he's a big heavy or whatever they're called. Yeah, because I think it's meant to be like one of those things just takes over because Robotnik's been defeated, which is why you get like a completely different sort of like last boss and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that it's that different. Although Knuckles playthrough is nightmare. Knuckles playthrough is actually a bit harder due to some of his like physical limitations, and on the Sonic and Knuckles portion of the game there are, and probably actually the regular Sonic 3 portion, I think there's a lot less special stages you can actually get as Knuckles. I don't think it's so much of a problem if you get most of them in the first level in the Sonic and Knuckles bit. Oh gosh. Oh dearie me. But yeah, if you go beyond that, I actually think it becomes moderately difficult to get. Oh, Tails, you moron. Got away with it a bit. Could go Super Sonic. The idea of losing 174 rings is terrifying me. But I'll stick with it for now. In terms of favourite levels, so a load of people probably have similar favourite levels for the first couple games. Casino Night is probably most people's favourite from Sonic 2, which I can accept. It's a pretty great zone, the music's great. I'm not going to lose any rings here, am I? No. I'm right there though if I'm unlucky, so let's get him. I think Hilltop gets a bad rap from Sonic 2. I quite like it. I've got a big soft spot for Metropolis Zone though, simply because on the iOS version, I think I've ended up like, well, at one point I was like 7th or 8th in the world in terms of like the time attack for Metropolis Zone. I tried to do it today though after like 2 years of not trying it, and it was an absolute nightmare. Did not do very well at all. Yeah, I think it's quite a nice level. There's a lot more to think about than just going left or right. Kind of like these sort of portions on Sonic 3, the game we're playing, where there's just something going on with the actual stage itself. So it's not just like you're legging it and killing badniks. I know this sort of thing does happen on Hilltop in Sonic 2, maybe that's why I quite like that zone as well. Emerald Hill I like because you can again get Super Sonic really early on that and just make it ridiculously easy. I think there's a... Is there a grasshopper thing in here somewhere, hidden away? Being a bit of a rascal, maybe? No? No, they're actual... Oh no, they're not... Oh, gee whiz. They're not actual Spike. Oh, they are. No, they're not. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Oh, dearie me. So this is the boss for Marble Garden. I can't remember what actually happens if you are Tails. I think Sonic is... Oh no. Oh dear, I've got no rings. So what do I do with this? I think I press up. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Oh dear, that was bad. So yeah, that's my first death of this playthrough. Actually, of the last playthrough as well, I didn't actually die to this point. Yeah, I can only assume that because I'm playing through... I mean, I'm sure people who play Sonic will be able to tell that because it's an emulator, the graphics are a tiny bit different in terms of like colours and stuff. But I thought I had a bit more leeway in regards to his little flames. Oh, dearie me, I've done it again. But maybe I didn't. Apparently I didn't, because I just smashed straight into him and died. So, there you go. Be a bit more careful this time, but fortunately I've actually got a ring, which is nice. I love that sound as well. Don't know why, just always loved it. These bits are quite easy. Going from above, so I think you just head over to the left. Maybe the right would have worked. That'll do. And you watch out, because he's gonna try and kill you. Yeah, it's all self-explanatory. That was a bit harsh. I don't really know why that hurt me. Oh, Tails, you... Oh. I'm actually taking a long time on this level as well. Tails, oh for crying out loud. So now we're up to 2 deaths. Which is fine, you know, everyone fails sometimes, right? I'm not claiming to be the world's best Sonic player, so that's okay. It's just a disappointment. Don't have Super Sonic. Died twice, you know, there's worse things that could be happening. I just thought I'd get through the whole game without dying is all. Come on. Oh dear. I'm just not very good. I just don't think I'm very good. This is the problem. It's not a hard boss. It just isn't. Maybe I'm just impatient. That's sort of like the classic issue I have with the Oil Ocean boss. That was terrible. I got nowhere near that. Yeah, the Oil Ocean boss in Sonic 2. Oh, Tails. I hate that dude. Oh my word. If I haven't sped this up by now, then I assume that this this attempt at the boss will end up in a success. Otherwise I'm going to speed this up because this is stupid. Oh man. I mean, you get the occasional death in Sonic where you get crushed by something because you're going too quick, but this is... this is a poor showing. Oh, missed him completely. Oh. I want the Knuckles version of the boss, where you're not flying around and Tails isn't trying to sabotage you at every turn. Come on, son. Gotcha. There we go. Just a bit of patience. That's all it needs. Oh, got him twice there. Banging. Don't think I'll be able to get him twice here, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, alright. Okay, cool. See, I made it look like I'm a professional this time. Easy. Easy as pie. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. So the next zone is Carnival Night. I like how they rip off all the names of the old Sonics as well. So I will see you for that video, and thanks for watching. Leave your feedback in the comments, like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I will see you